welcome to Let's Play Cars Meta National Championship, episode 44, and in this segment it is now time for what I believe to be the final segment of this game, because ultimately this episode is the finale, and obviously I decided to save the best for last, so let's do it. So, going to head over to options, and apparently there might be, I've already typed in the cheat code which basically unlocks everything that is available to us in this game, because apparently the cheat code, all yours, that basically unlocks pretty much everything except for the story mode events. But I am of course going to type in the codes anyway, just to prove to you what I'm on about. So, first one I need to type in is Mattel 07, which in excess gives us all the characters in the game. So Mattel 07, and of course you may be able to hear the police siren simply because it proves that we've already unlocked all the characters. And of course I'm also not really bothered about typing in the in-style code because, well, I've already shown off all the wheel sets from the videos I did on the collectibles, so that's unimportant. And of course, if I type in buy all, that effectively gives us all the bonus art. So it's basically just a couple more things I want to show off before I close this game off by tool. And then, if it is possible at some point in the future, there probably will be a reboot for each of these. Well, I guess that must mean the codes themselves are already activated. But anyways, let's now show off the bonus content. And the reason why I'm doing this as well, because I basically did this in the original Cars game, and I've decided I'm going to do it again. So, let's have a look at all of our characters. And I'm pretty sure there is DLC involved in this, but again, I just want to be intrepid in showing off each of these liveries. So, the characters don't necessarily have the same liveries, but obviously we can apply these paint jobs pretty much at any time. Of course, some characters have more paint jobs than all the rest. I've already shown off all the names of the characters, and oddly enough, I have got to admit, these are some interesting paint job liveries. Trust me, they really are. Yeah, that is correct. And I also like how we get to start off with a paint job for each of these. I think that's actually pretty stylish. Yeah, okay. Well, only one paint job for Luigi, as of which obviously it's very much a resemblance of his country, Italiano. So yeah, we've got some interesting ones here, even then of course if certain characters have more liveries than others, but yeah, I have got to admit, these are some good liveries. even then, of course, if some of them are probably better than others. Also, I like how on Giovanni's forehead we actually get the Italian flag on the roof. I think that is actually pretty interesting. And these are all of Emma's paint job liveries. And for Lightning, well, of course we get the piston cup livery, and we also get this one. That looks astonishing, by the way. And there's also the standard monster truck livery, which I think overall is And of course, with Monster Truck Meta, we only get 2 liveries. I prefer the black over the brown, because you can actually, have more visualization of what the character really looks like. So, there is that. So, showing off all the characters and their paint job liveries, and now I'm going to show off the art. So we have Red, as which I did discover, of course, in this game that this is pretty much the only one where Red actually makes an appearance. We also have Bessie, along with Emma. Emma's wireframe, I'm going to assume that's how she was designed. We also have Giovanni, Goodmund, which is actually pretty interesting. Of course, we have Lightning McQueen. We've also got Mike Wazowski, Monster Truck Meta, Monster Truck McQueen, James P. Sullivan, also known as Sully, Philip, Ramon, and also the Red, White, and McQueen, apparently is what this livery is called. Although realistically, I think it would make more sense if it said Red, White, and Blue McQueen, because then it would prove, of course, that it's more or less his livery trying to be the Star-Spangled Banner for America! Yeah. Just figured I had to do that. And well, in some cases I can say America isn't all bad. At the very least. Even though I've never been to America and I would very much like to go someday. Although if I have any chance of visiting one of the nearest states, the nearest ones I would probably want to go to would either have to be Florida or New York. Or if I'm lucky, I might be able to get into Boston or Massachusetts, if I deem myself lucky. So, for the artwork, we have the designs for Ornament Valley Airport, basically the airport terminal. We also have Lightning's Stadium, which is interesting. The Ornament Valley load screen, which, oddly enough, actually isn't too bad for a cartoon design. The Radiator Springs load screen. And we also have the Tailfin Pass load screen. And I have got to be honest, this is actually pretty good artwork. I mean, it's certainly a lot better than I would probably ever do at the very least, if I ever considered retrying art. We also have the Racing Headquarters, the Ornament Valley Drift Course, Stadium Racing. We're on to the computerized art section now. And that's it. Okay. And we also get some extra artwork as well, so we of course get Luigi's Tire Store, the laugh canisters, of course that's with Car's alternative to Monsters Inc. Monster Trucks Inc., I might add. Although it would be cool, of course, if they added Toy Story to the mix as well, then it would be more interesting. We've got Sarge's Metal Detector, McQueen's stickers, and oh, that's it. And is there anything else? Okay, there isn't. Well, I guess the only appropriate thing I can do now is, well, pretty much give an outro, so there we go. I think that's it for the bonus content, and overall, it has to be said, it looks about as impressive as it did from the original game. So there we are. I've shown off all the bonus content, and that, my friends, was Cars Meta National Championship. Now I'm just gonna head over to my profile and do a quick sign off. Alright, so there we go. My first PlayStation 3 game is now done and dusted. And overall, if I'm being completely honest, I still think the predecessor is better than this one, because obviously, well, I think overall it was probably going to be a task of enormity to more or less besting the preliminary game in the series, in other words, the original Cars video game. And well, ironically, at the same time, and bizarrely enough, this game itself also has some improvements in certain places to add on to the hors d'oeuvres. So, development for this game, I can probably tell, was clearly rushed, considering it was only 16 months after the release of the original Cars video game, along with the movie itself, which is one of the primary reasons on why the original game was such a success. And well, this one in some cases, I can say it's had some success, but again, it does also have its issues. Now I will admit, this game, it has got a lot of problems, but I do think that regardless of all the odds, in terms of entertainment for kids, as of which primarily this is a kids game, I do consider this to be an enjoyable and fun game to play. Now, it's not my favourite overall, but I can definitely see why exactly this was more or less the trend in which Disney can officially attest to for expanding on the Cars universe, which I think is important. And overall, I must admit, in spite of the problems I had with the glitches, and also with me not receiving all of the audio I wanted for a certain number of cutscenes in this game, which I will admit, of course, is one of the major flaws, somehow, I do think this is a fun and enjoyable game. Now, it's not necessarily a very good game, but I'll definitely label it as being a good game in terms of it being fun. Because I have to admit, I've had fun playing this game. And as for the Succeeder, if I just head over to my shelf for the moment, I'll be back with you in a sec. Yeah, sorry about that. I just had to go and fetch the game that I plan on playing next in the series, because, well, my viewers want me to continue with the Cars content, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. So, this game is done, and well, as for the Succeeder, we're going to be playing the game which will follow this one, Cars Racerama. Reasons why? Well, because I wanted to get the game, I wanted to play the game. Well, I basically wanted this game ever since it was released, but Anyways, I chose to buy the game, I wanted to buy the game, and now I'm going to play the game. So this is going to be for game number 10, Cars Racerama. And ultimately, overall, I think in some cases this game probably will be better because, well, for starters it had more development time than this one did. But yeah, this is going to be the successor Tomato National. Anyways, thanks to everyone for watching, deep appreciation as always, and I shall see you guys in the start of game number 10. So with that, I'm Jordan Mustang 87, saying to all of you dudes and gals, see you in Racerama.